closing all its travel corridors from Monday as concerns grow about new variants of the coronavirus. Anyone arriving in the UK will have to present a negative test and will still have to self-isolate for up to 10 days. The new border restrictions will be reviewed in a month's time. It comes as the Prime Minister urged people to stay at home this weekend, with hospitals across the UK under extraordinary pressure.
But yet they still don't use the Nightingale hospitals.
More than 37,000 people are currently being treated for coronavirus, a record number, with the peak not expected for another 10 days in most places. A quarter of patients are under the age of 55. Tonight, hospitals in Nottingham and Newcastle, amongst others, are standing ready to accept...
But still no Nightingale hospitals being used.
...intensive care patients from London
Barely.
to try to ease the pressure on the worst hit areas. But the Prime Minister said...
With the Nightingale hospitals that they don't use.
There was hope, with more than 3.2 million people already vaccinated in the UK.
So people get vaccinated with a vaccine, and then a new variant of coronavirus comes along, and then the vaccine's useless anyway, so what's the point?
Here's our health editor, Hugh Pym.
This hospital was one of the first to fill up with seriously ill COVID patients last March. Now the same thing's happening again, only more so. Like many other hospitals in the southeast of England, Northwick...
But still no Nightingale hospitals being used to their maximum, or even partly full. I reckon those Nightingale hospitals are literally just like show hospitals, where it's just basically just empty boxes with some flashing LEDs, because they don't seem to be using them.
Park is under severe strain.
There are more patients now than there were in March and April and May. And if those numbers continue, then it doesn't matter how good we are at looking after COVID, we'll just run out of beds.
But still, you don't use the Nightingale hospitals.
Of pressure on critical care units like that, hospitals in Nottingham have been asked to take COVID patients from London and the southeast, and Newcastle is also set to receive patients from further south, even London.
But still, you don't use the Nightingale hospitals.
Trust leaders say hospitals around England have been asked to help by boosting capacity.
And maybe using the Nightingale hospitals? Oh, no, you're not. Oh, okay.
No, we now are moving patients, a small number of patients from London to other parts of the country, because London's critical care capacity...
Ah, now he's going to say about the Nightingale hospitals. Here we go.
...It is very, very full. That's not something we would normally want to do,
No.
but I hope in one sense it's a reassuring sign of how far the NHS will go to treat every...
How far they wasted their money on Nightingale hospitals that they never used.
...patient who needs care.
Oh, no Nightingale hospitals. Maybe Boris Johnson will announce the use of the Nightingale hospitals.
In London and the southeast of England are so stretched that patients are having to be moved hundreds of miles for treatment. Does this not suggest that not enough was done by the government to prepare the
Nightingale hospitals?
NHS for the second wave?
A huge amount was done to prepare the NHS for, and has been continuously for the last year, and actually even in London, where the situation has
Yes, you built the Nightingale hospitals, which you never used.
toughest. The London NHS has been under huge pressure, but they really have been coping magnificently.
Without using the Nightingale hospitals.
Social media site has brought together impressions from the NHS front line. One doctor said, as he died in the hospital bed all alone, I held his hand, saying everything was going to be okay.
She looks about 12.
I realise now that me saying those things was more for me than for him. Another entry said, I became an A&E nurse because I feel like we make a big difference to our patients.
You don't.
But with this virus, we don't get that. Another
doctor reports on how they worked in a Nightingale hospital. No, they don't.
My grandparents both died of COVID 5 days apart in different hospitals. Seeing all this loss and suffering at work is so much harder when I've been on the other side of it as well. Admissions to hospitals like this one in Kettering involve
The Nightingale?
patients who got the virus a couple of weeks before.
No.
As for new cases, there are tentative signs of a change of direction. Recent case numbers show in the last week Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland have all seen case numbers fall. It's the same in England, with more cases in a bigger population, including dips in hotspots like London. But in some council areas like Knowsley, Halton and the Isle of Wight, there have been increases. Officials believe the peak of infections may have passed in some areas, but not hospital admissions.
It takes a while
Nightingales.
between people first getting infected to getting ill enough to go to
Blah,
hospital.
blah, blah. I can't stand that witty idiot.
So
At 10:30. So the UK's borders are being tightened from
Yep.
Today, the Prime Minister announced another measure to tighten up travel.
Excellent.
It now means from Monday, anyone travelling to the UK
Get ready for your COVID vaccine passes.
have to show they have a negative COVID test less than 72 hours before they depart. When they
Okay, I'm bored now. Long story short, you know, a virus, they should have just let it spread in the first place, and then it wouldn't have, you know, mutated. But by creating borders and social distancing, you basically create little pockets of a virus that try to survive, like, you know, and just creates more variants, never-ending stream of new variants. Okay, just let it spread, let it kill the 1%. Job done. But it's not about that, is it? No, it's not. It's about making billionaires and millionaires richer by creating this situation of war, like they did in World War I and II, where the millionaires and billionaires and bankers and so on make tons and tons of profits over war. But this time there's a war where it's not explosions and stuff. They're doing the same thing with the money as what they did in World War II, as what they're doing right now with this overinflated, dramatized COVID-19 BS.